Okay, this is gonna be just a quick little video. For any of you guys, I do have a lot of newbies that watch me, and I just got news that one of my newbies has just gotten his license at CDL. So Renard Austin, bro, congratulations. And I want to say this because I don't want to scare people off from the industry. I think you can do some amazing things out here in trucking. There's a freedom to it. It's just really trying to find your fit. What I'm going to share for Renard and anybody else who gets their license, I asked him what company he's going to. Even though I'm at a starter company, would I not tell people to go here? Absolutely not. I think this is a great place for you to start your career. Like I said, and I have a video I'm doing right now that I'm uploading on my other phone. I'm using an old phone right now for this one. You should go through all the bumps. Let me share this. When I talked to Trucker Bill, and I was telling him what I was going through here at my company, and he told me to get out. Trucker Bill used to work for Celadon, and he's got pictures of himself with the former head, I think the father of Celadon, the father who started it or whatever, where he got all these awards. He was like this crazy driver who did everything, but he had times when they shit on him, so to speak. He told me, he said, it reminds me of when I was with Celadon. They had me run around doing all this stop and go for about 100 miles. He said, I pulled that truck up on their yard, I parked that bitch, I got all my shit off that truck. I'm quote-unquoting him. And he said, I took my stuff home. People called me for 5 days, and I was hot for 5 days. They gave me a good lump of cash to bring him back because of the type of driver he was. He had no accidents, no incidents, and he pretty much was an on-time driver, you know, within safety protocol. And he got his stuff to where it was. And understand, Bill was during the time when you had paper logs, so they did a little bit extra. Okay, I'm just saying. But he said everything you're going through, he went through the early stages of his career that made him the driver he is today. And so you are going to go through ups, mids, and lows with these companies. Learn from it, and then go find the company, or if you want to become your own boss, get you a truck and find your fit. And when I came into this, I came into it for the adventure of it. I did not come into it as a long-term career or even as a retirement instrument. This is now what I really want to do to retire. I prayerfully, bar any health issues, I really do not want to go back into office work. I love the freedom of the road. I just have to find my fit and where I can have, whether it's company or whether it's owner, and I can drive my truck and you leave me alone. I love it, love it. Even OTR. Now I could probably, as I'm getting older, I could probably do like regional, like 4 or 5 states, and be home more frequently once I have my property and my house built. But for now, I didn't realize how much of this I missed. Even on my home time, once I had the money to pay for extra days at the hotel, but instead of paying, it's a weird looking bug on my window. I don't know if that's a bug or what that is. I think it's a bug. Anyway, even though I had money, I said, well, I can save a little extra. I only stayed at the hotel three nights, 4 days, something like that. Because I checked in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I checked out Monday, so 3 nights, 4 days. And I was gonna stay extra Monday night and then check out Tuesday, but I was you know, I had already started. Let's get everything work on the truck. I still got a little area here I gotta work on. I got a bin to organize the back, and I know I'm leaving, but the reason you want to organize is because when you do leave, you just pick your crap up and go. So I have like bins for stuff, and I'm actually like, y'all can't see it, but there's a bin that holds up my clothes here. I got a basket that sits at the end of the bed for the winter clothes because I had nowhere really to put them. I need to organize this right here is like food and snack closet. I got to organize that. There's a bin in there, so literally I just turn the bin over like this and pick it up and put it off the truck. Obviously the Porta John trash can also serve as a bin. I disinfect it all the time, so it's fine. You can put a trash bag in there and load what you need and go. But what I want to be able to do, and then under my bed is a duffel bag that stretches almost the length of that bed. It's huge, and it has rollers on it. So all my bedding can roll up and go in there, and additional clothing can go in there. I have a cart in here, and I guess I should show you guys. I'll do that one time. I'll show y'all now, because Renard, you need to know how to organize your truck. So let me show you. Now, I know you're going to go out with a trainer, but I'm going to show you. I can splice this into 2 videos. So I'm going to show you I'm going to turn it around here in a minute. I'm going to show you how I organize certain things in my truck. And some of these tidbits I picked up from other people. Some of them I just came up with on my own. And I don't know what company you went with. I hope you get a company where you can have like a fridge on the truck. You will save so much money from eating over the road. That is what's killing me financially right now. It's because a lot of times I eat over the road because my fridge, this little cooler thing, really can only keep certain things like potato salad. It's only going to keep it 2 days. A sandwich from Subway only lasts a couple of days in that. That's just, it doesn't get cold enough to where you can maintain food. So I was buying lunch meat, but I've been just tossing lunch meat. It just doesn't stay cold enough. So it gets really cold, but the problem is in the winter months when that bunk heater's on, it keeps it, I think, 40 some degrees below the external temperature in the truck. So if you're running your temperature in the truck at, let's say, 70, it's not really keeping your food that cold. So that's when you're going to run into some headaches. I'm going to stop it here and I'm going to cut it in. Oh, guys, y'all don't be telling me I be ashy. But I've been doing a lot of cold medicine. I am feeling better on the cold. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to put y'all on the dash real quick. Oh, back in our spot we used to be in. Y'all don't be telling me. Like, y'all can talk back. But I've been doing, I hate to be gross, but you know your cold is starting to go when the stuff that you're coughing out is now clear. It's not all brown and red and nasty. Anyway, hold on. I'm going to cut this and I'll be right back. So here is my messy area right here. This is the chair, the passenger chair. I need to go through all that stuff there. So this is my new bag that I had. And I told you I have another one it was a black one. This is like, it's really like a little portable messenger bag. You can put, what do you put in there? You can put a tablet in there. And it's got a lot of little compartments I like. So that's my messy area. Trash goes up there. I have some water bottles back there. Those are for my CPAP machine. That bag right here I need to go through. This is full of like condiments. Ketchup, mustard, crackers, whole bunch of crap. I got a little section down here I got to work through. This is what I call my quick grab thing that I was going to do. It has pins and scissors and some other stuff. I need to go through that. You do want to get yourself a safety vest. Safety vest is critical. I had another vacuum, but I recommend this vacuum. I got it with my Love's points. I said TA in an earlier video it was Love's. It was $20-some and I got it for $20-some a point, so I got it for free. Coming back to the back. I do carpet remnants. You can get these, and that's my old wallet. I still got some crap I gotta get out of it. This was like the first rug I got, and this carpet remnant underneath. I put this down because I'm be honest, I have my Tinkle bottle right under here, guys, with a funnel. I'm really honest. And if you have to get up and tinkle and you aren't, unfortunately ladies aren't like men, if you have any overage, this little rug catches it and I can pick it up and wash it. There's carpet. I have carpet up there, and I do have another carpet over there, even though I don't use that area as much to sit in. My bed, I told you I make my bed every morning. I try to make the bed. Back there is the bin I got from Walmart, and it was $6. Here's the cooler. You have to leave the vent side out over here, and it plugs underneath here. This is a Freightliner Cascadia. Down here I have 2 more bins, and they're plastic crates. They're like a big version of the tiny one right here, okay? The tiny one, I keep my hand supplies. Told you I have a bed bug spray that I did on the truck. I do spray my bed every so often, especially after I come out of a hotel. Cleaning spray. Here's a bottle of Dawn. Told you I use Dawn. And in here, I found that organizer at Walmart. It has 3 drawers now. Undies here, polo shirts here. Originally I was using that for my shorts, but I only had a couple shorts, so I use it for my t-shirts, my whites. And then I have some shorts and stuff here, so that I can always pick that up and move. Shopping bags there. This Walmart shopping bag is insulated, which I like because it fills up, and usually you fill that up. That's all you need. Here is another storage area, and this is that crate I'm talking about. So literally I can pull this crate out and just turn it over and carry it out. This right here is an air freshener. I gotta find the top, somewhere on top. Air freshener, little sprayer, keeps your truck smelling decent. This is my dirty clothes section. These are the Ziploc bags I was talking about, the big Ziplocs, okay? The top bin is kind of my junk area, but my hat, I got shoes, lots of shoes, my shoes up here. I have a crock pot over here, and that was a cooler because I couldn't remember if the hotel had a refrigerator, so I bought one of those little $2 coolers at Walmart. This is the one we need to organize. So I've got chips, I've got salsa, plastic bag, trash bags. This needs to be organized, but you can see the bin back there. So I haven't figured out how to organize that, but we're going to work on that. Still working here. But our little crate here, CPAP is up here. I got a box back there. I'm working on organizing that. This down here is pretty much organized. So to my ladies, I know you see this. I have been fixed. So it's not. These are not female pads. These are bladder pads. And I do this because if I'm running long and I don't get to stop right away, if I have an urgency where I have to pull over, sometimes your bladder does not hold. So this catches it. I'll just be honest. Fellas, y'all can drive and just put it in a bottle. We don't have that convenience. My friend who used to drive, he said, girl, I be driving. He said, one time I had to go. He's like, I had to go so bad, but I had nowhere to pull over, so he used a soda cup and was able to drive and go in a soda cup. Guys, this is more like I've got my laundry soap back here, bottles of alcohol back here, Q-tips, stuff like that. This is your heater section. This is where you're going to feel the heat come out for the bunkers down here. And the air conditioner comes from down here. I got a bottle. It's trash. Oftentimes I have my house shoes down here. This is a 12-volt canister vac. It's wet and dry. The drawer, I keep a lot of things in. So this is what I keep a lot of my meds in. So got stomach medicine, cold medicine. I do have high blood pressure, so I'm supposed to do the Corsetin. But I'll be honest, the Corsetin doesn't do a lot for me. I get it, and I just keep it in case. This is your other friend, guys. What's it called? Imodium. You can get the generic. Batteries if I need them. Vaseline, mentholatum, Tylenol. This right here you should always carry on the truck, which is a triple antibiotic ointment. Female stuff if you need it, ladies. All that should be in here. Okay. This drawer you gotta make sure it stays, and this one you gotta make sure it's in, because otherwise it won't stay. And then I keep my bottle of spray. I told you when I make my bed, I spray it down. Because even if you sit at a terminal, you go to a truck stop, you can bring bed bugs back on your truck. Let's see. Anyway, turn it around. Alright, I close it off. Up here, I keep things like, I sometimes like lemons, but it has some tissues, straws, or this is napkin straws. Oh, I forgot my bananas up here. I'm gonna have a banana tonight. Okay, up here I have like a Trainer Bill's wife gave me a journal. Here's where I keep my book for permits. This is some of the junk, like the paperwork for the truck. That's up there. In here, I don't really keep a lot of here. I think I got a straw in here, a hook. Sometimes I get menus and I go to different cities and states. I'll grab a menu for something. This is and it broke, so you have to hold it and do it. This is my junk area, sunflower seeds. I got some sugar-free candy up here, Tums. I put my air fresheners, like my little Christmas trees here. I have fiber bars in here too for breakfast. This is immediate grab area because it's right over the driver's seat. So hand sanitizer, my eyeglass cleaners, tape, toothpicks. This is Splenda. My staplers. You're going to need a stapler for paperwork. I recommend it. And I have another book up here to write down journal stuff, and I keep my Kleenex up here so I can reach and grab Kleenex rather quickly. That's the camera that they had in the truck that I talked about was taped off. I put an inverter here, our little not inverter, but a 12-volt expander, and then I have up here is the Garmin. Hopefully you get some with the curtains, because you have those curtains there, but I'm not a big fan of those because you feel so claustrophobic back there. I like to move around, and obviously I'm not a little person, so I'm gonna turn this around and talk to you guys. I closed this off because it's starting to get hot outside. Y'all see me set a little bead of sweat. And I just turned the air conditioner, because how hot is it here in Arizona? 94 degrees right now. We've been getting down to the 60s, but it's 94. Anyway, Renard, I'm very proud of you, and I don't want to discourage you. So I want to say that, you know, you're going to have up and down days. And I don't want to discourage anybody who watches this channel. I like driving. I love doing it. That's why I told my driver manager, I love driving. I'm just not about foolishness, and there's some things that are foolishness. I realize from my corporate background what's going on inside the office. And right now, because they've been having an emergency, we had this emergency meeting that told us that this guy is going to be the new head. And the lady who told me this, her mother had worked for that company before under the guy, and that he's really good. Well, I found that out from the lady who was working for him at the other company, because she got recruited from the company I'm with. And she said her miles dropped from 3,500 to 1,200 once my company took over, and she was out and she was buying her truck. So she walked away from her lease and went to work for this guy hauling their freight. And so I don't know how that's all going to work out. I know that my friends that are at the other company who took us over, or who's going to manage us, they said in the next 5 years is big changes. I'm not staying here for 5 years. But I also know how that company's run, and it is a sister company. It spun off from this company, so it does still have some of the philosophies of this company. It's just run better. And so they do have the idle thing. I don't want all that. If I'm hot, I want to be able to idle my truck in AC, or you need to have an APU on there. If I want, I want to be able to eat off my truck and not spend exorbitant amounts of money at truck stops feeding myself. Like I told you, now Subway, they know. They're like, oh, these truckers gotta eat. They gonna pay that $7 for a damn sub. Why are we selling them a $5 sub? So they're going to charge you more. They're gonna charge you $7, $8, $9 for you to eat somewhat healthier than the hamburgers. They know what they're doing. They know, unfortunately, we're market based, and they're gonna gouge us for money just like the truck stops do. I went in there to get, matter of fact, something else I recommend to my truckers. These handy little things. I think I threw the box away. The box is in the trash. These are disposable gloves. That's what I use when I fuel. Now some people have their own gloves, but I use these. Cheaper to buy them off Amazon, but if you don't have time, and I didn't have time, I got 100 box of them at Harbor Freight. I'm a huge Harbor Freight fan. So if you need stuff like vice grips, which I recommend, vice grips, because if you have the manual tandems, on reefer side I don't have manual tandems, I have air tandems, which I'm very happy about. Manual tandems are where you pull and then you slide, and you put a pulley lever. Sometimes it's worn, so you have to vice grip the manual handle. This is the stuff you learn working for starter companies who ain't maintaining their shit. I'm just gonna tell you, that's how I learned this, was back in 2010, because the issues with the trailers in 2010 to me weren't really safety related. They were more just mechanical related, as far as sliding the tandems with the handle, because the groove was worn or was bent or something like that, so then you had to pull it, you had to vice grip it, and then sometimes you had to spray them down to lubricate them because they don't oil them damn tandems. And then the landing gear, that was another big one, which was a pain in the ass. I would be out there, and I do it still with the reefer ones that we have now. I'd be out there oiling those down in order to get them to raise and lower, because they didn't do it. Yeah. Again, starter company, cheapy pay, cheapy freight. This is what you're gonna get. And y'all forgive me. I'm wondering if I have to reattach this, because it feels like it's even shaking on this one. I might have to reattach that the holder that's up here, because it feels like it's shaking here, and this phone is much better at not shaky videos. So I think it's the suction cup I need to reattach. I picked up a lot of things. So you will pick up a lot of tips and tricks over the road. You're gonna learn some things from old drivers. One thing I'm gonna recommend, I hope your company does this. This company, you have to have a lock kit, which is a kingpin lock and a lock to lock the back of the trailer for your freight. If you go to work for a company, and even if they don't offer those things, you can go to Harbor Freight. They have the big locks that will fit the lock, fit your holes on the back for that lock. You know, when you close the doors on the trailer, and you have this little hole that's actually to lock and to put a seal. I recommend, even if the company, because Werner was not big on locks when I was with them. They were not. You just took your freight and sealed it, and that was it. They really didn't have. We didn't have a lock kit. I don't know if they do today or not, but they didn't have one back then. The company I'm at now, they require it. Okay, so I had a kingpin lock, and I also have a regular lock, and I have the original regular lock. I don't know where my kingpin lock is at. Yeah, I think I left it either on Conway, or I think it's left in the Conway truck. I have no idea where my kingpin lock is at. I might still have it. It could be in storage shit. I don't remember. But the one thing about the kingpin lock, it gets greasy. So trick of the trade is to take grocery bag. It's the trick of the trade. Put your kingpin lock in the grocery bag. There's a hole for the kingpin. Push down with your fist. Push it up on the kingpin lock, and then lock your kingpin. And what happens is the metal for the kingpin does not get all greasy, because my kingpin lock was a hot ass mess. It was greasy, and I thought that was one of the most ingenious things. So then when you pull the kingpin down, put your hand in the bag, get your kingpin lock out, take your bag, trash. All the grease is on the bag. So just little tips and tricks you're going to learn. So when you get your truck, when you get on your own truck after getting off your trainer's truck, get yourself a good set of vice grips. If you're going to do drive-in especially. Vice grips anyway. I think you should have them regardless. Because sometimes even trying to clamp down when you have to go back there and put your lock on the back door, sometimes you have to use vice grips. Vice grips, I don't have a hammer, but I need to get a hammer, because I need to get me a nice heavy hammer, because sometimes you have to hammer in those damn tandem pins, because they're jacked up, because the place you work, it does not maintain this crap. Because I told you had to come in with a sledgehammer, a little sledgehammer type of thing, and mallet, and knock the shit out of them pins and get them in there. Definitely some kind of a lubricant. And I forgot, I have one that's in this side. I'll have to put that up next time. There's one I like, PB Blaster or something like that, and it like will loosen anything. Now a lot of times they'll tell you WD-40. WD-40 is really not a lubricant. It's a cleaner. You want a lubricant. I mean, you can use in conjunction with, but it's a cleaner. It does have a little bit of lubricant in it, but it's meant to clean. And if you don't follow up with the lube, it's just going to rust back up. So you do need a lubricant. So this PB Blaster, something Blaster, that's really good. And don't forget, keep your receipts for a lot of this stuff, because at the end of the tax year, your clothing, your shoes, all that crap, you can tax right off. You can tax right off. They're gonna talk to you about what's that called, where they take care of your food. I forgot what it is. I don't do it. It's called, I forgot the name of it. There's something they can take out your check, and it has, or put in your check for your food. I don't do it. I figure let me claim my deduction instead of the company claiming it for me, because I just always felt it was something slick willy with it. And the first trainer I had, they did some messed up stuff with her check based on her, I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it's called now. I'll find out later and tell y'all. But it has to do with your food. It's a tax deduction. The company can do it for you, but if they do, there's some slick willy shit behind it. I can promise you that. So instead, decline it and just take it to handle your own tax crap yourself. Some companies force you into it, and I don't like that. I think it should be a choice. Anyway, that's about it. I mean, that's pretty much. Oh, I have the organizer on the back of the seat. I forgot to. It has pockets on it. It's called a seat organizer. And there's these other ones they have that are chair covers, which are really cool, that hang down. And they have pockets on the side. I think, I have a feeling, because I've seen them on a video for another lady, and the crazy trainer I had, the first Nutty Box, the second one, Nutty Box, she had them in her truck, and I have a feeling where you get them is going to be Iowa 80. I just got a feeling, or you have to order them online. I can't remember the name of them, but I have a feeling you're going to find them at like an Iowa 80 or Oak Grove. Oak Grove and Iowa 80. Iowa 80 is the biggest. Oak Grove is like similar, and there's another one I just found out that's they just created very similar to Iowa 80 and Oak Grove 30 or something like that. So anyway, y'all, be blessed. Congrats, Renard. I'm proud of you, guy. Let me know what company you went to, and like I said, it might be your long-term company. Most likely it's a starter company. It depends. There's a couple of them that you can start with that I've seen very good things from other truckers about. So peace.